yesterday was Guru Purnima, and all the spirits who've been guiding me have already forewarned me yesterday and day before that yesterday and today they were not going to be available. Today I just checked off camera with the pendulum and I was told again no, that I'm not supposed to disturb them. So they are busy still doing their Guru Purnima celebrations, right? So I'm not going to disturb them. But what I'm going to do is on my own. I'm going to go ahead and do the tarot throw for myself and see what I get. Just messages from Krishna and few other tarot readings on my own. With the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba, without disturbing them. But let's see what we get. Okay, so first we start with Lord Krishna's blessings. I finished my prayers also, and I finished all whatever we needed to do. So I can directly now connect and go ahead and do the session. So starting with Krishna consciousness guidance cards, we go ahead and do the reading. So Shirdi Sai Baba, as usual, we just have to ask for your blessings and we just have to take your guidance. Otherwise, we cannot do anything. So please guide. We're asking for JAYA.ADVANI, born in 1973. All these markings on my hand. New cut, last cut, all these terrible things that they keep putting on my hands. Okay, so anyway, since we're looking at my hands, and these can only be my hands, can't be anybody else's hands, we ask for direction. So we start with Krishna conscience cards. It's for JAYA.ADVANI, who's sitting on the navy blue sofa with the body physical form at J1801 Purva Palm Beach on the sofa on the 18th floor of Bangalore 560077. So Shirdi Sai Baba, please give guidance. I'll take out my chashma, my glasses, so that please guide for Jaya. Okay, so that's how it is. What's at the bottom of the deck? New creation. I need to wear my glasses so I can read. Let's just see. What are the key messages? So in my case, for whatever reason, we've got at the bottom of the deck is new creation, which says travel if need be and pray for work to be done. It is time to create something new. Here it says purity in deeds and words is rewarded. Of course, we're being told not to lose our temper and to keep from being in our ego, to be humble. Anger is not fruitful. Leave the anger and frustrations behind and make a fresh beginning. That's nice. Thank you, Shirdi Sai Baba. Charity, give what has been asked of you. So Shirdi Sai Baba did tell me, please give the donation, and so I did the donation. I didn't do no donation. It is Shirdi Sai Baba's only, but we did the little offering of whatever little we had. So whatever little we could do, then he told me to donate, means make some offering to two brothers. Now which two brothers we don't know, but we have to do. So this is yesterday's. We'll put new stuff out, but okay. So we will do the charity. Then we got death, which is every situation painful or joyous. Every situation painful or joyous is well written for us. See it as an observer and not as a participant. Focus on the totality of the eternal journey. Treat joy and sorrow in the same way. Death, end, and a new beginning. So this is what I keep telling you, people. I keep telling you that we're in a soul journey. We are a soul. This is only one birth. We're only transiting through this one lifetime, right? This is what I've been telling you from the very beginning. But I don't know who keeps coming and grabbing my stuff all the time. So today they are very busy, so she can't grab. So today this is what is mine. Okay? Then the joy of friendship. Friendship is the biggest gift. Nurture your friends and friendships. So my friendship is with Shirdi Sai Baba and with all the elements that come through Shirdi Sai Baba and Vishnu. So it says new creation, travel if need be and pray for your work to be done. It is time to create something new. All this is for creating something new. So it makes sense. This I know I have to get rid of. I try very hard, but then they irritate me, so we are not able to get rid of it. But okay, this is necessary. Yes, this we do all the time. So there is a new beginning. So we will see how the new beginning comes about. If we have to see the new beginning, playtime, patience, knock knock, let the inner beauty shine, and transformation. So it kind of falls into place because charity is pay time. You reap what you sow, it comes back to you time and again. You have to pay for your deeds. So charity is we must give. As Shirdi Sai Baba said, do the charity. So we do the charity. Be humble is have patience. All the actions will be rewarded and love will follow. Have patience. That Shirdi Sai Baba tells me all the time. Purity is let your inner beauty shine. Inner beauty is commendable and brings love and satisfaction. True beauty is in the soul. Death, knock knock and doors of possibilities will open. Joy of friendship transformation bring about a change that comes with destruction and sow the seeds now for the future. So if we have a look at the word charity from the Krishna's book, let's see what it is. Okay, so I'm going to read from this book, and as I keep taking one card, I'm going to move it and turn it around so I know I've read everything. Okay, so we start with be humble. The streets were busy as people were preparing to worship Lord Indra, the god of the rains, when Krishna interrupted and explained to the people of Vrindavan the utility and contribution of the Govardhan mountain to the lives. The people agreed and instead started preparing to worship Lord Giriraj. When Indra came to know about this, he was furious. Full of anger, he ordered floods and disaster in the land. The all-knowing Lord then also lifted the mountain on his little finger and saved the people and their cattle. When Indra saw this and understood who Krishna was, Indra's false pride was shattered to pieces. He came to Lord Krishna with folded hands and prayed to Lord Krishna for forgiveness. Sri Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, bestowed his grace on Indra and also enlightened him about his dharma and his duties. So again over here we get anger is not fruitful. Leave the anger and frustration behind and make a fresh beginning. Next is patience. There were saints in Treta Yuga who wanted to serve Lord Rama. The wishes were considered when Krishna played his music of eternity on his flute, and all the gopis came running towards Krishna, leaving the ties of the materialistic world. The gopis were Brahmagyani, knower of God, as well as the devotion they had was to become Braham Premi, lover of God. They did not have any material need to fulfill, nor did they want to satisfy their senses. They were just pure lovers of Krishna. The entire Ras Leela was about the reunion of the Atma with the Paramatma, reunion of souls with the Supreme Soul. It was the reunion of souls with one Supreme Soul, and a way through which Krishna rewarded his true devotees, as he was aware of their heart's desire, their love and the true devotion bhakti. All the actions will be rewarded and love will follow. Have patience. Purity. Purity and holiness. Purity and holiness in words and deeds help to reap sweet rewards. Kansa, sitting on the royal palace in the lap of luxury, came to know of the existence of Krishna. He schemed to kill the boy, inviting him to a duel. He called Akrura and ordered him to bring Krishna along with him. Akrura had waited for the moment for 12 long years, and now he got a chance to meet him. He rode as fast as he could and landed with his chariot at Krishna's home. He sat down on the wet mud floor of the road with folded hands and bowed his head with respect. Lovingly, Krishna picked him up and embraced him. It felt like eternity to Akrura. Deep within, the soul was satisfied. Purity in deeds and words will be rewarded. Okay, pay time. When Kansa heard how Krishna had charmed the people with his looks and strength, he was afraid that the prophecy of his death at the hands of Krishna would come true. So he challenged Krishna and his brother Balarama to fight his powerful demons. The two demons were slain by them instead. As Kansa was trembling with fright, Krishna jumped forward and upward, caught him by his hair, and pulled him to the ground. He killed Kansa and freed the people from the tyranny. The crowd cheered, and Ugrasena was then crowned the king once again. Kansa was killed in previous birth by Lord Krishna as Kalnani. You reap what you sow. It comes back to you time and again. You have to pay for your deeds. Knock knock. Kansa called Angaraka, the chief Mahout, and ordered him to kill Krishna using the mighty elephant Kuvalayapida to stamp upon Krishna to death during the procession. He himself, as Kans, went to the window to watch. Krishna took just a few minutes to liberate the elephant from the endless cycle of birth and rebirth. He let the elephant attack first, and that too several times. Kuvalayapida was living an undesirable life full of cruelty and killings. Krishna heard his silent prayers and came to his rescue. Knock knock, and the doors of possibility will open. Let your inner beauty shine. As Krishna entered the city of Mathura, people were blinded by Krishna's radiance. Krishna outshone everybody in the land. They called Krishna the Prince, Savior, and Lord, and people flocked to Krishna everywhere he went. Kubja, however, stood away from Krishna, though her heart warmed at Krishna's goodness. Kubja was afraid that the ugliness would have the same effect on Krishna, hatred and dejection, as on other people, for she was a hunchback and was called Trivakra. Kubja's figure was distorted, and she stood with one hand on her back to ease the ache of her body's discomfort. She looked ugly as she was awkward and misshapen. Kubja's hair was rough and dry, and her skin was dark and mottled. Kubja had a large crooked nose and a hoarse voice. Kubja carried a small earthen pot in one hand, filled with sandalwood paste for the king. Krishna squeezed himself away from the crowd and asked her, the most beautiful maiden, to spare some paste for him. Tearfully, Kubja objected to his words, but Krishna's soft touch and enchanted words eased her pain. Immediately, she was transformed into the prettiest woman. Inner beauty is commendable and brings love and satisfaction. True beauty lies in the soul. Death. Open your eyes, my dear son, Gandhari wailed as she held her dead son on the battlefield. Krishna, you knew this would happen, still you let the war take place. Look, of my 100 sons, not a single one survives today. I, Gandhari, worshipped you as Vishnu, and you left me crying and in pain. I curse you that after 36 years, your clan and your people will all also die, leaving you saddened. Tatastu was all that Krishna said as he lifted Gandhari, who collapsed at his feet. Every situation, painful or joyous, is well written for us. See it as an observer and not as a participant. Focus on the totality of the eternal journey. Treat joy and sorrow in the same way. The joy of friendship. The joy of friendship. Krishna was sent to the ashram of sage Sandipani. Sage Sandipani taught Krishna and Balarama, and there Krishna befriended Sudama. He taught a valuable lesson about friendship when he helped Sudama later in life. Friendship is the biggest gift. Nurture your friends and friendships. Sudama's story is he ate something that belonged to Krishna and then he had to live his latter life in poverty till Krishna brought him out of it. Bottom of the deck, new creation. Krishna wanted to protect the people from repeated wars and so he planned a new city for them. Krishna's brother Balarama welcomed this and thought and summoned Vishwakarma, who built each city amidst the sea. But Vishwakarma expressed his inability and requested Sri Krishna to ask for land from sea god. Krishna invoked and worshipped Samudra Dev, who was pleased and gave him 12 yojanas, 773 square km, 298.5 square miles of land. Vishwakarma was then able to build the beautiful city of Dwarka. Travel if need be and pray for your work to be done. It is time to create something new. Transformation. The Yadus had become pleasure loving and without morals. Under the protection of Krishna, they feared nobody. Krishna saw that and knew that the time for reformation had come. Only after complete destruction, new seeds can be sown. Krishna's wife, Jambavati, had a desire for a son. So Krishna meditated and prayed upon for a son like him. Finally, after many years, the desire was fulfilled when Shiva promised him such a son. Krishna knew in his heart that only a mighty power like Lord Shiva could beat his own creation, and he also knew that transformation must be preceded by destruction. Bring about that change that comes with destruction and sow seeds now for the future. Finally, charity. Barbarika, the grandson of Bhima and son of Ghatotkacha and Kamkata, he learnt the art of warfare from his mother. Goddess Parvati, pleased with him, gave him the 3 infallible arrows or Teen Ban. Hence, he is also called the Teen Bandhari. When Barbarika came to know about the battle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, he promised his mother that he would join the losing side. He left on his blue horse. Krishna, disguised as a Brahmin, stopped Barbarika to test his strength. After seeing his potential and the powers of his 3 arrows, Lord Krishna asked him to give his head in charity. Barbarika was shocked. He requested the Brahmin to disclose his real identity. Lord Krishna showed Barbarika a vision of Krishna's divine form. He explained to Barbarika that before the battle, in order to worship the battlefield, the head of the bravest Kshatriya needed to be sacrificed. He then considered Barbarika to be the bravest among Kshatriyas and hence asked him for his head in charity. Barbarika gave his head to Krishna but requested to see the battle to the very end. His wish was granted. The head was placed atop a hill overlooking the battlefield. He was revered by Sri Krishna and all as Khatu Shamji. Give what has been asked of you. So this is my reading today. Okay, so that's it. Okay, since we have the day with no interference, I'm guessing that I will get my own cards, so better to throw it now only. Let's see what we get. Okay, so anyway, with Shirdi Sai Baba's blessings, Shirdi Sai Baba, whatever your message is to Jaya sitting on the navy blue sofa inside J1801 Purva Palm Beach, Kailasanahali, Bangalore 560077, Juara Tower, 18th floor. At the living room with the body on the sofa, not hiding inside my body, but physical body of this birth on this sofa. So please guide. We're going to do a mundane astrology tarot reading because otherwise we don't get anything. So we're just going to do a throw. Okay, that just is to knock off any kind of energies and to start. We don't take reverse cards at all. Even if it shows reversed, I'll not be taking it. Okay, so we will stop here, cut the deck. Emotional withdrawal is what we have as the bottom of the deck. So that is what we've been told also, not to ask questions too much, but we're just doing this since we have some time today. Shadow, we'll read it afterwards. So this itself says emotional withdrawal, right? But what I've decided to do is to take out more than just these cards and take them out as a mixture of cards put together. To get a more holistic view. Again, we're asking for JAYA.ADVANI, who is sitting at J1801 Purva Palm Beach, body inside the house, on the sofa with the body. Okay, this is a difficult pack. Shirdi Sai Baba, when I say inside, I don't mean that who's hiding inside my body, sitting and passing comments all the time. I'm talking about me sitting with body on the sofa. God is kind. I keep telling you that. Okay, so this is at the bottom of the deck. It's called Queen of Fire. Confident, warm, intelligent and graceful. I'll read this afterwards because I don't have my glasses. When I do this, I prefer not to have my glasses. This is the moon in the middle. He loves ratting, loves stealing. Yes, you love stealing, taking all my videos somewhere else and selling it as your own. But this is not my videos. This is what Shirdi Sai Baba gives guidance for very serious topics. So you should not be micing and ratting it. We're not interested in the subscribers. We're interested that this whatever information comes out, it is actually very important for military purposes and for actually law and order purposes. But you people are messing around with it. All the time you're doing Houthi in my home. I know the Houthis. I'm still figuring out where the Middle East is. Anyway, now coming to a personal reading. Okay, to go ahead and just do the reading for the reading. Let's wear our glasses so we can finally see and do the reading on the back of it. Okay, so in the past, we've been doing these sessions which is the throat chakra is involved, and the 7 of water is complex decision, need to do research and stop procrastinating. That means the people who we've been talking to using the throat chakra, giving them so many videos about what has happened in the background, people are micing off it, and the military and the law and order and intelligence, which is actually supposed to do the research in what has come out of the Scrabble throws, that is not being enabled. So I am telling these people who are doing this kind of activity not to do it. you will then be accounted for murder. This is not a joke. So please move this information to people who are in intelligence, law and order, so that they can do the research and figure out, because all these wars that are happening is on the back of a criminal network. We hardly have any. I'm not a criminal network. I would like to ask people who have been working for Shah Rukh Khan. There are stops, there are gaps. For that you need intelligence when we are talking. Making fun of every situation is okay when you're in school and college. We're way beyond that point. And whatever the situation is out is not a good one. You've been called the darkest of the darkest, and that's pretty sad. Okay? Along with SKF. Not Salman Khan. Salim and Salma Khan's son, not him. So anyway, hope you've understood this. So don't rat stuff off. Let the people who have to do the research on the back of all the activity that has been done so far on the guidance of Shirdi Sai Baba, and it's not guidance, it's a direction. We've been told very strongly by him to do this, so we did it. So our job is done. Okay? To let you know what we're talking about, this is what we're talking about. The channel with many videos put out which needs research, which requires the research. All the time you are ratting, changing face, changing this, God knows what you do, right? But this has got a lot of research in it. Non-stop researched work. Your world war also that is going to happen is maybe because there is something that is hidden in these messages and you're not paying attention to it. So anyway, again in one more attempt, I'm just showing you. Continuing with my private read. Maybe the ratting was happening in the past, the present, this is the future, far future, this is the near future. So we divide this one by one. The far future is pretty good because the far future has a positive movement going forward, getting away from the stuck energy. Archangel Michael coming to make it straight, because the Wheel of Fortune is a positive change, and then something to do with the stock. Okay, so that's the far future. This is the near future, which is suffering in silence, but Shirdi Sai Baba told me not to. Yeah, that I need skilled work is rewarded, learning that there is to know about a topic, going back to school. This is the present energy. We read it. This is the near past energy. So this is the far past energy. Okay, where people were micing off whatever we were trying to get to the authorities. I don't know, to whoever can read it. So, done that, now we go to the next one, the near past. Stand the ground, which we did. Then the hermit is to meditate, which we've been told to do. So, spend time in quiet meditation. Spiritual teaching and self discovery. 26 is to do with referring to books. So, we are doing the Ramayana, not with the idea of teaching anything to anybody, but for our own learning, I think. And then, if along the way there is something that needs to be said, we say it, but that's more, I think, reactive than proactive in case it is required, only then. So, this is the book. It is a book of knowledge, book of secrets, educational and private. So, it is project research, journals, right? So, it has got to do, watching out for the cards is primarily got to do with the hermit activity and standing the ground, because you are doing lots of new things, and every other religious old scriptures you want to junk dunk and bring your own stuff, but your new stuff primarily is supporting lots of activity which does not end up being prosperous for you in the future. So that is why I cannot give with your, have been telling you last 1 year, explaining it to you, and sometimes losing my temper also, because you just go on and on and on. So whatever your language, whichever part of the globe you're from, whatever your religion, point is you have old doctrines which guide you, which is what you want to junk, and you want to create a new religion, and that's not okay. It goes against you only. So whatever be your religion, whatever be your language, wherever in the world you are born, go to your ancient scriptures, it will guide you appropriately. That's all we've been trying to tell you. The book draws attention to the power of knowledge and importance of possessing it. The card suggests that there could be somebody needs to know. However, this will only become apparent with the presence of the other cards around it. A book is a vehicle and there's great mystery within those pages. It shows the intricacies of learning. Okay, so that is, yeah, the near past activity is primarily got to do with researching, not researching, but reading books that are connected, at least in my case, for Hinduism. Okay, none of these books, some of these books, but not all of them. But let's just say we're in the middle of doing the Ramayana on the, because Shirdi Sai Baba has told me to do, so we are doing for 14 days one book reading. Now, shadow, balance, and lilies. Okay, this is the present energy. So, if we read the lilies, calm, peace, serenity. Parents and elders show up under the symbol, bring wisdom and experience, signify long-term relationships, ancestry, contentment and satisfaction. Lily from the pagan view, symbolic of purity, symbolizes motherhood. Result is calm looking flowers and glass engraved background, reflect range of interpretation. That they are both growing and yet eternally captured in a smooth glass without any of the essence, shows the two sides of the card. So excitement in chastity, because there is no sexual activity. Okay, basically it is lilies are cards that are pure, simple in nature. So how does it, so balancing, I guess the balancing act of light and dark, and probably trying to stick with the light, right? Because there's dark and there's light, or shadow and light, balancing the two to stay pure, because there's a lot of meditation going on also. Shirdi Sai Baba also is in deep meditation, because lots of people would have, for Guru Purnima yesterday was a very big day, so lots of people yesterday, day before, would have gone to him. If we look at the word shadow, so the shadow card represents emotion, sensitivity, nothing in life at a standstill. The world is a constant flux. The one thing that is certain, everything changes. The card calls to action, time that you have to face the worst fears and look into the dark shadows of the soul. Learn to confront what has been avoided and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalizes itself, as does so do you. The shadow card promises that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize no longer denying the past and letting the tears fall. You discover the diamonds in the treasure chest of the soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside. This card indicates that it is time when you have psychic sensitivity, and it is intense. Learn to open it up if need be, or to turn it down. The body is one big psychic antenna, and just remember that we are in control of how high or low one wants the reception to be. Mother Earth can assist in the period of change, sensitivity, and healing. There is a need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for the proper timing. Then in the future is suffering in silence, which is just waiting. Eight of Earth is skilled work is rewarded, learning all that there is to know about a topic, going back to school. Okay, going back to school is what Satya Sai Baba showed, that we're in a classroom, and well, he's told us to draw and paint. So I guess that's what we'll be doing. If she's not going to guide through Scrabble, because she's taken a break also. There, the ones who are in the afterlife who guide me have asked for a break for today and yesterday. Okay, to read the Suffering in Silence card, which is number 9. Funny enough, this year is also number 9. Next year we go into number 1. The number 9 denotes completion. Are you finally going to let go of the limiting negative beliefs, allowing the issues in life to become bigger than they really are? The mind has been doing quite a job, and even the dreams are trying to get attention. When you learn to let go of worry, despair, sense of hopelessness, a positive new way and path will be shown. The card shows trapped in fear, which is card number 8, not shown here, a mental card. When your fears aren't confronted, the mental anguish will continue. This is a reminder to take action and trust that the soul and the power of spirit will grasp you firmly by the hand and guide you, but you must first take the first step towards healing and let go of mental distress. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out for help. That's available. Then we go with number 4, the house. So, number 4 is the family, the base, the ground, the home, stability and comfort, living arrangement and environment. That surrounds myself and the estate. The cards around give the cards surrounding it give the present state or what the future could be. A sanctuary is to be found in the house, showing family and home. Sanctuary that offers shelter from the world. The house is depicted in such a way as to entice, to bring us back home again, a nostalgic place of childhood fairy tales. The house is built of gnarled roots, suggests a place of permanent fixture and security. So this is the card we're talking about. The open garden gate speaks of an opening being available. The house can be one of the most interesting ways to go back to the Lenormand deck, where each deck tends to either hark back to the past or choose a contemporary building to be depicted. Some decks have very utilitarian buildings on them, others show a more aspirational mansion house. However it is depicted, it represents that we think of as our home, our dwelling or security. So this is like a mushroom home. It's like a little cottage. It's very cute. Right? A very cute cottage. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. Well, let's see what that says. So the 8 of Earth is saying that the heart is in the work or the studies. So we have committed to learning about the career, vocation and project, and definitely on the right track. Dedication, skill and talents are appreciated and will soon be rewarded. Still, there is more to learn. Consider taking classes related to the interest or profession. Serious commitment to study or research is now being called upon. It is time to go back to school. So it is also craftsmanship, it is apprenticeship, it is diligence and attention to detail. Okay, that is in the near future. We live alone. So there's one girl. We live on the 18th floor. So while we're not living on the mountains, we still live above ground level. Perhaps this is where we come from. I don't know. But definitely we do a lot of work, and a lot of the work is connected with Scrabble, pendulum. We don't do so much tarot because we don't do so much reading for ourselves. What we've been doing is kind of generic, and it is, I think it's bringing in lots of things connected to some world events in a confused manner, but going back to the roots of things that have not yet been sorted out, leading to what it is leading to. So anyway, here it is, the far future is positive move forward. So this is a good one. Everywhere where we see it is positive, right? Wherever we're looking, it's positive. It's positive. So let's just see what it says from the cards. We'll start with the Lenormand. It talks about movement, upgrade, improvements, bringing spring and change of seasons. Sometimes the symbol stands for a new addition or a new state of evolution. It is a move and the next promotion. Stork is a predictable creature, and though it is fabled for bringing change, the stork is a very favored creature and is looked upon with affection. Its return to the nest at springtime is the reason for the association. It primarily is the creation of something new. So you have a pair of storks at home with the nest. That is the home and happiness at home, with a blazing sun breaking through the clouds, which means positive movement forward where there is light against the dark. The storks are looking upwards to the life-giving sun, one of the other cards in the Lenormand deck. The process of life and birth and death brings inevitable change depending upon the cards around the stork. It is a lifestyle change. Okay, change of dwelling. But then if you notice, this is also positive and this is also positive. So it says positive movement forward and a time for positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on my side. So let's just see what the other two cards say. Positive movement forward. So a true artisan have craft skills, knowledge, gift and talents to assist, even more to advance a positive direction. Number 8 always denotes prosperity, abundance. It is the efforts that have gotten me to this point. Good. The card comes forth to honor, recognize individuals who are in the field of education, art, design. When you follow and build the passion, the soul can truly express itself and can assist to move closer forward to the highest good. An opportunity could suddenly come up with an offer for an apprenticeship. Notice if in the areas of passion that are trying to manifest into the world, when they arise, one has ample moments to share them with others. Okay, and the wheel. The angel sent me this card because positive changes are occurring in my life. Expect and enjoy beneficial new opportunities as they present themselves. This is an optimal time to make big and small changes. Take the leap with the knowledge that everything will work out well for me. Old blocks are lifted and everything now moves forward quickly. If recent events shook my faith, now see how they will actually be positive for me. Rapid advancement is likely. Good luck, a happy accident, balanced karma, a miracle, a twist of fate, destiny. Archangel Michael is the supreme protecting angel who walks beside me through changes, giving me courage, strength, and self confidence. Call upon Saint Michael whenever you would like specific guidance about the next step, especially if it is connected to my life purpose and spiritual path. So, God is very kind. That's all I can say. God is very kind. I think this is a very good change if you think about it. From this kind of energy, moving to this kind of positive energy where it's all good luck and good positive movement forward, I think it's pretty good. from here to move to that, I think it's pretty good. Okay, if we look, I don't think I want to go beyond this. I think this is fine. So I'm going to close this read over here, and I'm pretty happy with my read.